Welcome to the official SmackDown Live review and results video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on those bells for all notifications. You guys got a fucking intro for SmackDown Live tonight. You guys got an intro. You know what that means? SmackDown Live was one damn good of a show tonight. Oh, and by the way, if you guys don't know, it's back, baby. It's back. It's only a matter of time for Ciampa comes back, and I can't wait for it. But we're not here to talk about Ciampa. We're here to talk about SmackDown Live tonight from the American Airlines Arena in Miami, Florida. What did I say to you guys on the Monday Night Raw review last night? Raw was not going to build towards SummerSlam at all. SmackDown Live tonight, they did something that Raw didn't do last night, and they won't do. And that's build towards SummerSlam. Oh, and by the way, did you guys even notice that the 24/7 Championship was not featured on the show tonight? Wow! You see how much of a difference it is when you take out all the garbage? Makes a big difference, huh? Makes the biggest difference of them all. For the first time since the inception of the 24/7 Championship, it was not featured on SmackDown Live tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you, it felt good. Now, seeing and watching the 24/7 give me a Slurpee on a hot dog of a championship. SmackDown was good tonight. I can't believe I can't believe I'm even saying that. Normally, we would shit on SmackDown. We would see red on Monday and blue on Tuesday, or blue on Monday and red on Tuesday. Tonight was not the case. Was not the case. Another thing I forgot to mention on Raw Review last night. We didn't even see Shane McMahon last night. Get a golf clap from me, folks. You get a golf clap. Vince, you get a small little golf clap from me. But SmackDown Live tonight, they build towards SummerSlam. SmackDown tonight, I'm not going to lie to you, unless if NXT does a better job than Raw, which you know damn well they will. SmackDown Live was the better show between SmackDown and Raw this week. Was the better show. In my honest opinion, I said this on Raw Review as well. Raw was not going to build towards SummerSlam. SmackDown is. Just look at how SmackDown built towards WrestleMania. SmackDown did a fantastic job building towards WrestleMania. While Raw, SmackDown was doing really well during WrestleMania season. You can't say the same thing about Monday Night Raw. And then again, we gotta say the same thing on SummerSlam. Raw didn't do shit last night to build towards SummerSlam. SmackDown Live tonight, they did a way better job than Raw did. And that's saying something. And on top of that, we got, 2-3 matches being confirmed for SummerSlam tonight on this episode of SmackDown Live? Good! Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens most likely is going to be an I Quit match, which is something I can get behind. Then we got the Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor at SummerSlam. I said this on Twitter, and I said this on both group chats on Twitter. You have to have the Fiend beat the Demon at SummerSlam. What a way to start that for Bray Wyatt's Fiend character. It's to beat the Demon at SummerSlam. Now, mind you, the Demon is undefeated on the main roster. He's undefeated on the main roster. He lost, I believe, once on NXT. I think he lost to, I believe he lost to Samoa Joe in NXT, if I'm not mistaken. But on the main roster, the Demon King is undefeated. I'll tell you guys how I'm booking this whole situation between the Fiend and Finn Balor while we review SmackDown Live. And also, to add the cherry on top of the cake, We got Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. I said this on Raw Review. Keep your fingers crossed that we get Orton versus Kofi at SummerSlam tonight. That's exactly what we're getting for SummerSlam. And I will say this, though. Everything that Randy Orton said on his promo tonight on Kofi Kingston was the complete fucking truth. Kofi Kingston's title reign has been nothing but a fluke. But don't get me wrong, I love Kofi, but his title reign has been a fluke. It's been a fluke. This is not a prediction, folks. This is a spoiler. Randy Orton will be your next WWE champion when SmackDown moves to Fox in October. Don't believe me? Wait till SummerSlam. Wait till SummerSlam. You think for 1 second Kofi Kingston is going to go into SmackDown on Fox as their top champion? No. No. Absolutely not. If Kofi, now let's say for example, if Kofi beats Orton at SummerSlam, he's definitely 100% losing it in September, whatever the pay-per-view is in September. I'm guessing it's Backlash in September. I don't know. I think it's Backlash in September. I need to go check out the remaining schedule for the rest of the year. I know Hell in a Cell's in October. They announced, I think it's going to be in October 2nd or 3rd, I believe. I believe it's going to be, yeah, I think it's in the first week of October. Before they go to, I believe they go to November, where they go to Saudi Arabia, and then we got Survivor Series, and then TLC in December. I don't know what's the pay-per-view in September, but I know October is Hell in a Cell. Well, not for a fact. But other than that, SmackDown Live was a pretty good show tonight. I mean, it has some positives, and it damn sure has some negatives tonight. We'll talk about that here on the official SmackDown Live review for your Tuesday, July 23rd, 2019. If you guys don't know who I am your boy Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. If you guys thought SmackDown Live tonight was really good tonight, and if you guys love my Tommaso Ciampa t-shirt, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought of SmackDown Live tonight. And if you guys are new to the channel and you're watching this video for the very first time, or you like what you see on the channel, show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and turning on those bells for all notifications. Check out Monday Night Raw review from last night. The Fiend attacks Mick Foley. Was this the worst Raw of 2019? I don't know, guys. You tell me. Link to Raw review will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Check out episode 41 of the Reality Podcast. The real reason NXT could end up on Fox Sports 1. You guys will see my reaction to this and how I think it's a bullshit story. They said that they were in talks with Fox Sports 1 with NXT moving to them since July of last year. I call that bullshit. Link to episode 41 of the Reality Podcast will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Check out SmackDown Live review. No, SmackDown Live review. Check out episode 40 of the Reality Podcast from this past Friday. Episode 41 was Sunday's episode. There was no podcast on Saturday. Episode 40 live on the channel right now. WWE teases Ronda Rousey's return. Hell, by the way this Becky Lynch and Natalya feud is going, I have Ronda show up at SummerSlam. If I'm a betting man, I bet Ronda shows up at SummerSlam in Toronto. Link to episode 40 of the Reality Podcast will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And also, check out some gaming content. Episode 2 of Crash Team Racing Road to Glory. The Dr. Neo Cortex screw job. Now, I will say this, though. Episode 3 tomorrow. I think you guys are, most likely you guys will get episode 3 tomorrow because I'm not doing an NXT review, which I will tell you guys in just a second. But episode 2 of Crash Team Racing Road to Glory will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you are connected with your boy Chris on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring, and Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And like I said, if you guys are enjoying the content, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turning on those bells for all notifications. Let's review SmackDown Live tonight from the American Airlines Arena in Miami, Florida. Now, before I begin with this review, I want to say this now. There might not be an NXT review tomorrow, but instead of NXT review tomorrow, as a matter of fact, if anything, I'll probably give you guys NXT review Thursday. I probably will do that. I'll watch NXT tomorrow night when I come back home from work and then give you guys a review on Thursday. So I'm going to switch things up for just this week. Instead of having Crash Team Racing on Thursday, you guys will get it tomorrow. And then NXT review, you guys are going to get that on Thursday. So let me know down below in the comment section if you guys are with it on that. Because tomorrow, I have to work a friendly soccer game between... Let me see. Who is playing tomorrow at the stadium? Let me see. Let me check my schedule. Real fast. Give me a second here. Because tomorrow, there's a friendly soccer game at Yankee Stadium tomorrow. It is Liverpool against Portugal tomorrow at Yankee Stadium at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So there you guys go. So I will not give you guys NXT review tomorrow. Instead, you guys are gonna get Crash Team Racing pretty early tomorrow. In episode number 3, it is a crazy episode. And you guys, listen, I already got it recorded. I already got that video recorded. I already got the thumbnail done. Tomorrow, around 2 p.m. tomorrow, you guys are gonna get that episode tomorrow. Episode 3. Episode 3. Listen, you guys thought episode 2 was good. Episode 3 is gonna be even more crazier. Let's just say a certain somebody tells Dr. Neo Cortex, hold my beer, bro. Wait for it tomorrow. But let's review SmackDown Live tonight from the American Airlines Arena in Miami, Florida. The opening segment was a New Day. We're at commentary position. David Otunga was there this week too. Todd Phillips was there, but no Corey Graves for some reason. Now I know Byron Saxton was not on camera on commentary tonight because over the weekend, I believe over the weekend or some point last week, his father had passed away. So my prayers and my condolences go out to Byron Saxton and his family on this very difficult time. But there was no Corey Graves either. Now, I did hear that Shawn Michaels was going to be the guest commentator for this week only. For just this week. Shane McMahon came out dancing next. He was happy that Kevin Owens wasn't at the Raw reunion. Neither were you, Mr. McMahon. Mr. Shane McMahon. Neither were you either. So it was that less of a better show because Shane wasn't there last night. Then he said KO was hiding behind social media instead. McMahon brought up Kevin's SummerSlam challenge. Shane's called himself the best in the world. And then he accepted Owens' challenge. Huge "You Can't Wrestle" chants broke out. And also some CM Punk chants as well broke out in the American Airlines Arena in Miami. And they had some "You Can't Wrestle" chants broke out and cut Shane off. Shane then played a clip of Owens quitting in 2018 before Owens came out and said that was a very dark time in his life. He said that's not who he is now, but he won't have to quit at SummerSlam because he will beat the holy hell out of Shane. Please do, Mr. Kevin Owens, sir. Please do. Then McMahon booked Owens in a match against Roman Reigns tonight. And I asked myself why. Why are we getting a Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns match on SmackDown Live tonight? Oh, and get this. Later on, Shane McMahon was backstage and he ran into Elias and Drew McIntyre. Then Elias called Shane a genius for putting KO in a match against Roman Reigns. Two people that they were feuding with Shane. Then Shane McMahon made Drew the guest referee for the match and Elias as the timekeeper. This had 1998 Stone Cold Steve Austin Dude Love written all over it. My God. Terrible. Well, back then was amazing. This was terrible. Just saying that. We got Shinsuke Nakamura, the Intercontinental Champion, going up against Apollo Crews. This was a good television match for what it was. But, according to JD, he said this on Twitter, and I gotta agree with him here on this also. He said, if I can find his tweet, let me find his tweet for a second, because I really want to reiterate what he said. He said, any coincidence that Apollo Crews had an excellent match with Kushida on NXT last week, and now we have him in a match against Shinsuke Nakamura tonight with a possible IC title match in the future. I think it's a big coincidence. How Apollo Crews looked good last week at NXT, more than he ever looked on the main roster in his 3 years there. Tonight, in his match against Nakamura, he looks good. He looks good, but again, in losing fashion. He looked good. I thought he was gonna win. I thought he was gonna win this matchup. Turned out, Nakamura hits him with a Kinshasa and wins the matchup. The match is good for what it was. I'm not gonna hold you. The match is good for what it was. The match is really, really good. I loved it. Listen, Apollo Crews, he's very underrated. Nobody talks about him. I mean, of course, because he's barely on television. He's sitting in fucking catering. I want to see more of Apollo Crews in the ring. I really do. And on top of that, if you're not going to use Apollo Crews on the main roster, put him back in NXT. Put him back in NXT. I'm going to still say this to this very day. Apollo Crews' call-up in 2016 after WrestleMania 32 was not necessary of a call-up. I would have gave at least Apollo Crews another year. I would have had him called up in 2017 instead of 2016. It was too early for Apollo Crews to get called up from NXT. Too early. But Nakamura wins. I'm going to sit here and assume that Nakamura will be at SummerSlam defending the IC title. Probably against Ali, if I got to sit here and make a guess there. So after the match, Nakamura kept kicking Crews after the match, and the assault continued outside the ring. Then he hit another Kinshasa, while Woods called it one of the most painful maneuvers in all of World Wrestling Entertainment. And then he asked where Apollo's friends are. I don't know, Mr. Woods. You tell me. I don't know. We got to see the beautiful Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. Yes, I did say Sonya Deville. She is beautiful. She is. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though she is gay, which I respect. I got nothing wrong against, gay people. Listen, I know a few gay people. I do. I respect them a lot. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing is. But Sonya Deville is beautiful, if you ask me. She is beautiful. So we see Sonya and Mandy Rose backstage. Then Mandy said that they have a match next week, and if they win, they get a women's tag team title match. So we're gonna see Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose against the Worthless Conics next week on SmackDown Live. Do you care? Oh, speaking of the Iconics, daily reminder. The Iconics are the most worthless team in all of WWE, and the Women's Tag Team Championships are the most worthless pieces of garbage in the history of WWE. Triggered, mad, pissed, salty, I don't give a fuck. Then they looked at each other for a little bit, too long. Oh yeah, and speaking of Mandy Rose, what the fuck happened to her push? What happened to her push? Hello? What happened to her push? I don't know. I have no idea. Ali cut a promo backstage about writing his own story, saying that he's writing his own story. If his pen runs out of ink, then he'll use his own blood. Can we get Ali in the ring, please? Now, I did say this on Twitter also. What if Ali was to turn heel and he fights Kofi at SummerSlam for the title? Because if it wasn't for Ali being injured, maybe Ali could have been champion right now. Possibly. Maybe Ali could have been champion. But no, Kofi picked his spot. And he took advantage of it and ran with it. He took Ali's opportunity and ran with it. I would have been invested in a heel Ali versus a babyface Kofi at SummerSlam. But at the same time, you got to think to yourself, Ali would not be a believable heel. He wouldn't. He just wouldn't. But that's just my honest opinion there. But the opponent that Kofi Kingston got for SummerSlam is a whole lot better. We'll go over that in just a little bit. Miz TV. Now, I love this segment. Speak about that right now. They showed a clip from the Raw reunion, and then he introduced Shawn Michaels. Xavier Woods sang every word to HBK's entrance music. Classic. Shawn said it was great to be at the reunion with the family, and they enjoyed every second of it. Then a huge HBK chant broke out of the arena. Michaels put over Rollins for some reason, and then Dolph Ziggler came out. He was tired of hearing about the legends and asked to be put out of his misery if he ever get like those legends. Miz said he would be happy to punch him in the face. Dolph talked trash at HBK and said he had a chance to write his ticket and go away as the greatest of all time. He said Michaels is embarrassing as Goldberg. Bro. This is where this part of the segment went up a notch. He said Michaels broke his heart when he returned to the ring in November. Then he said HBK was embarrassing. HBK admitted and didn't disagree with him. But then he said what's more embarrassing is working your whole career and being left as nothing other than a second-rate Shawn Michaels wannabe. Ding, 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 ding. Even Shawn can't cut a good promo. My God. My God. This was great. This was just great. Then Ziggler said there's only one second-rate Shawn Michaels out here, and he's looking at him. Then the Miz cut Ziggler off and said he's sick of hearing it. He said in his company, you make it you. Then Miz said again, do something about it. The crowd trying to do something, and Miz extended his chin. Ziggler went swinging at HBK, but he ducked, and the Miz got it instead. Then Ziggler hit HBK with a super kick before leaving. This segment was just fantastic. Now, whatever this is leading to, I don't know. Are we getting a... Now, I don't want to even think about this. Are we getting a Shawn Michaels versus Dolph Ziggler match at SummerSlam? I don't know. Are we getting a Miz versus Ziggler match at SummerSlam with HBK in the Miz's corner? I don't know. Whatever this is leading to, I have no idea. But this was fantastic. It's just that, what's it going to lead to? Now, I like the fact that Shawn Michaels admitted that the last time we saw Shawn in the ring, which was Crown Jewel, back in November, he admitted that was terrible. Even though Shawn carried that whole entire matchup for not only Triple H, but for Kane and The Undertaker as well. There was a point in that match where Shawn almost broke his neck and Taker just caught him. Taker almost caught the man. I will never forget that. And then also seeing Shawn being bald. I just cannot take that image out of my head. But I love this segment. It was fantastic. I fucking loved it. I loved it. Now, like I said, I don't know what this is going to lead to. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out next week. That's if they, keep on going with this. But I'm going to give this a chance here. I'm going to give this a chance. And I said this before. The best Ziggler has looked and The Miz has looked was their feud over the IC title back in 2016. That was one of the best feuds they've ever fucking produced, in my honest opinion. Remember that match at No Mercy with Dolph Ziggler's career on the line? He won the IC title. That match was fantastic. One of the best matches in 2016. Probably in my top 10 of that year. Probably in my top 10. But I don't know where this is going, but I'm gonna give this whole Ziggler Miz thing a chance here. I'm gonna give it a chance here. Until they fuck up, then I'll let you know. We got Charlotte Flair versus Ember Moon. Now Ember Moon got the jobber entrance, and so did Charlotte. So did Charlotte. This match ended in about, I don't know, 12, 30 seconds tops. I believe what, close to a minute. Close to a minute here. So, as Bayley was doing the arm drag on Charlotte, Bayley came out pretty early on to the strap for the Ember got a roll-up, pin, and won the match. Now, I was fearing. They put this match on SmackDown tonight, and I was fearing that Charlotte was gonna win over Ember Moon, and then they was gonna make this a triple threat match for SummerSlam. Now, after what happened after the match, I think it's gonna happen. I think so, because you can't leave Charlotte out of SummerSlam. That's your queen. You can't leave Charlotte out of SummerSlam. It's only a matter of time before they add her and make it a triple threat. It's only a matter of time before they do that. It's only a matter of time. So Ember Moon wins. Ember then rolled Bayley into the ring for some reason I don't know, where Charlotte hit a knee to the head before Moon hit an eclipse on Charlotte and then on Bayley. If that is a clear-cut indication that we're getting a triple threat match for SummerSlam, I don't know what is. Don't be surprised if we get a triple threat for the SmackDown Women's title at SummerSlam. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Kofi Kingston makes his announcement. Kingston said he wanted to call out someone before they attack you from behind. I wonder who that could be. Then he called out Randy Orton as the man he hopes he will face at SummerSlam. The Viper came out and he was talking and he was walking slowly as usual. Typical Orton. Typical Orton. Typical Orton. Then Kofi brought up the famous MSG show where people were chanting his name, and he beat Orton all over the arena. And then he showed him a refresher from 2009, which was the last time a show was even at MSG. Was the last time. As you guys know, September 9th and 10th, SmackDown Live. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Hello?
Yes.
I'm using it real quick. I'll call you back when I'm done. Okay. Anyways, that was my cousin, if you guys heard her. That was my cousin. Anyways. The last time Raw was in MSG was back in 2009. Obviously, where Kofi Kingston showed on the show. Raw and SmackDown is going to be back on MSG September 9th and September 10th. I'm probably going to go to SmackDown. I'm probably going to go to SmackDown, or I'm probably going to go to Raw. I don't know. I'm not going to both shows. I'm only going to one of them. So if you guys are in the New York City area and you guys want to do a meet and greet on the Garden, and if you guys are going to the show on Raw or SmackDown, I'll put a poll on Twitter. I'll put a poll on Twitter. If you guys are going to go to Raw or SmackDown, let me know. And then whoever gets the most votes out of the show, then I'll go to that show. But I love how they brung up 2009. I love how they brung that up. And remember, also, if you guys did not notice, when Orton and Cena was having their feud, when Orton and Cena had that Iron Man match at Bragging Rights 2009 in Pittsburgh, to be exact, in Pittsburgh, Kofi Kingston cost Randy Orton the WWE Championship. Now, 10 years later, Kofi Kingston is holding that same exact championship that Orton held in 2009. Not the championship design, but the championship nonetheless. 10 years later, Kofi is holding that same championship. Attention to detail there. Kingston said that was a moment when he was supposed to make it to the main event scene, but Orton used his influence to hold him down and make sure he would never reach the main event scene again. Orton admit to holding Kofi down, and he didn't have a fake Jamaican accent, throwing pancakes or shake his ass to get there. Then Orton said he's the only reason why Kofi got the WrestleMania match, because he injured Ali when Kofi took his spot in the Elimination Chamber. Then the match was set at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship. I am not going to lie to you. At SummerSlam. Now, this would be cool. Now, think about this. This would be cool if Kofi did his 2009 music, you know, that Jamaican music back in 2009, and he uses it for SummerSlam. You know how epic that would be? You know how fantastic that would be? Attention to detail. The last time Kofi feud with Orton was 2009. When Orton lost the title to John Cena And that Iron Man match, Kofi was responsible for having Orton to lose that title at Bragging Rights back in 2009. It would be fantastic if Kofi went back to his old roots for his match at SummerSlam against Randy Orton. It would be fantastic. I would absolutely love that. This match at SummerSlam between Orton and Kofi, expect this match to be the match of the night. With Orton becoming the new WWE Champion as SmackDown goes to Fox in October. Expect this match to be the match of the night at SummerSlam. No question about it. Then we got Kofi versus Samoa Joe. There was no decision here. Joe continued to put the punishing offense until Kofi came back with some strikes and a jumping, clubbing elbow before hitting a boom drop. Randy Orton sat at ringside the entire matchup, and he looked on with a very curious look on his face. Suddenly, Randy jumped in the ring and tried to hit an RKO, but Kofi dodged it. The bell sounded, and the match was over. Randy hit Samoa Joe with an RKO, and then Kofi No Trouble in Paradise on Randy Orton. The build is going to be fantastic from here to SummerSlam. It's going to be fucking fantastic. We got the Finn Balor interview. Kayla Braxton, Bay, interviewed Finn Balor in the ring, and they watched the Bray Wyatt assault in his return to Raw. If I'm Vince booking this situation, I will not have Balor at all in no type of match between now and SummerSlam. I'm not counting the Smackville matchup. That I'm not counting. I'm not counting that because it's not on TV. So I'm not counting that. Balor said he's battled Wyatt before and he doesn't know why he's being targeted now. Balor said Bray is more twisted and messed up than ever before, but he stared fear in the eyes before. Then he challenged Bray Wyatt to a match at SummerSlam. Suddenly Wyatt appeared on the screen as himself in the Firefly Funhouse. He said they're big fans of his. The match is on. Now, one thing I love about this, another thing I loved here, another thing I loved. I love the fact that they're having a split personality between Bray Wyatt with the Firefly Funhouse and the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. I absolutely love that. I really do. Attention to detail. That's what I love. Now, I'm invested. Now that they did that, and after Bray Wyatt did the Mick Foley last night on Raw, I'm more invested in this Bray Wyatt Fiend character. I'm gonna buy his T-shirt. Well, Jessica is gonna buy me his T-shirt for my birthday. That's coming up in a few weeks. And on top of that, I'm gonna definitely buy Bray Wyatt's mask when it comes out. From what I'm hearing, the actual mask from Bray Wyatt is supposed to come out right around September when it comes out. I'm gonna go buy it. And I'm gonna put the mask on the podcast, or on a SmackDown review, or a Raw review. I love it. This is gonna be fantastic, but I'm gonna say this now. There were reports going around saying that Finn Balor is gonna go to SummerSlam as himself, as the man Finn Balor, not the demon Finn Balor. If I'm booking this thing for SummerSlam, I would book the Fiend versus the demon at SummerSlam. I would. Now, unless if they're gonna have the demon lose to the Undertaker, then I'm okay with this matchup with the Fiend versus the man. Unless if they're gonna have the Undertaker beat the demon, possibly at WrestleMania. I don't know. But I'm also hearing that after Balor's gone, he'll be gone for 2 months. When he comes back, he's gonna turn heel and join the OC. Then I'm gonna ask this question: how's that gonna work when Balor's on SmackDown and you got AJ, Gallows, and Anderson on Monday Night Raw? How's that gonna work? I don't know. I really don't know. But if I'm booking this, I'm going to put the Demon versus the Fiend at SummerSlam with the Fiend beating the Demon. Bray Wyatt will, no matter what happens at SummerSlam, Bray Wyatt will write Finn Balor off of television. Because Balor is going to take a 2-month hiatus off. He'll come back in 2 months. Probably around October, early November. He'll come back. That's what I'm doing. I'm booking the Demon versus the Fiend at SummerSlam. With Bray Wyatt going over, beating the Demon at SummerSlam. You see, SmackDown Live tonight did a really good job building to a SummerSlam. Why can't Raw do that exact same thing? I don't know. I really don't know. Finally, guys, main event. Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. They were in the ring with 5 minutes, with like 5 minutes left of the show. We wasn't going to get an exact match. I knew that for a fact. Shane was the guest ring announcer. Elias was the guest timekeeper. And Drew McIntyre was the special guest referee. This match was just full of heels. McMahon took a shot at KO and Roman during his announcement. Then Owens said he doesn't care who he runs through because Shane's getting dropped off. Then Roman says he's whooping everyone's ass tonight. It didn't take long until they just started on Drew. Until they just turned on Drew. And then Elias got taken off the apron. Owens then Reigns tried to corner Shane, but McIntyre jumped him soon as there was a 3-on-1 beatdown on Reigns, while Owens was laid out on the outside. Just as Shane was about to spear Reigns, Owens dragged him outside and threw him into the barricade. Then Owens laid out Elias and Drew with super kicks, and Roman hit a spear too. Shane tried to get away, but Roman ran after him and threw him back in the ring for a Superman punch and an RKO. That's an RKO. And a KO stunner. The crowd chanted one more time, so Owens hit another stunner before the end of the show. I'm going to sit here and assume that we are getting Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon at SummerSlam. I mean, the match has already been confirmed. In an I Quit match. If KO loses, he quits the WWE. But what if KO beats Shane? You can't just have Shane plant this stipulation. If he beats KO, KO has to quit the WWE. No. If KO beats Shane, Shane gets written off of television for a long, long time, and KO gets a future WWE Championship match in the near future. That's how I'm doing it. That's how I'm doing it. Especially if Orton is the heel. I would be behind a KO Orton match down the road. I would be down with that. I really would. I would be down with that. But the main event of SmackDown Live, it was just complete garbage. You know, with this whole shit, man, best in the world gimmick shit. Terrible. Terrible though. But SmackDown Live did a really good job tonight building to a SummerSlam. They did a fantastic job. I'm not gonna lie to you. They really did a fantastic job. I gotta give SmackDown Live tonight a round of applause. Even if Bischoff being there or not, SmackDown did a good job tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you, but this has to be consistent. And I hope SmackDown gets good after SummerSlam. I hope it does. I hope it gets better after SummerSlam. Listen, the show was good tonight. I hope it keeps on being consistent. I love those consistent shows when SmackDown is good every single week. They did that same thing back at WrestleMania season. Especially after the Rumble. Especially after the Rumble. As soon as the Rumble ended, they built straight towards the Chamber. And I love that. Then after the Chamber, they built towards Fastlane. Then after Fastlane, they built towards WrestleMania. I hope it's consistent like that for SmackDown Live. You think I want to come on here and be negative about the shows every single week? No. I'm always positive when it comes to NXT. I'm always positive. NXT doesn't insult our intelligence. They don't. They simply don't. SmackDown Live tonight didn't insult my intelligence. Monday Night Raw? How am I supposed to take SummerSlam serious if your main flagship show is not building towards it? SmackDown side of SummerSlam is looking pretty good. You got the Fiend versus Finn Balor, depending if it's the man or the demon. You got Kofi versus Orton at SummerSlam. You got Bayley versus Ember Moon at SummerSlam, unless they fucking add Charlotte and they make it a triple threat. Then you got KO versus Shane, and most likely it's gonna be an I Quit match. So SummerSlam side, no, SmackDown side of SummerSlam is looking a whole lot better. It's looking a whole lot better. What they got for Monday Night Raw? What? They got the Universal title and the Raw Women's title. That's all they got for Raw. A match that I don't care, and a match that I technically do care. The match that I care on Raw's side is Becky versus Natalya. Because after what happened last night, and the fact that Becky brought up Ronda, which I forgot to mention, they brought up Ronda, or Becky did. Don't be surprised if Becky and Natalya's match gets good to the point where Ronda shows up at SummerSlam. I would be genuinely surprised. And I'm not going to lie to you, this women's division needs Ronda back. They really do. They really do. But SmackDown Live was good tonight. I am gonna get out of here, and I'm just gonna get ready for work tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching SmackDown Live Review. If you guys enjoyed the show tonight, and you guys love my Tommaso Ciampa t-shirt, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought of SmackDown Live tonight. And if you guys are new to the channel and you're watching this video for the very first time, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on those bells for all notifications. Check out Raw Review live on the channel right now. Episode 41 live on the channel right now. Episode 40 of the podcast live on the channel right now. And episode 2 of Crash Team Racing Road to Glory live on the channel as well. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you are connecting with your boy Chris on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loading, and Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And like I said, if you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys are loving what you see on the channel, be sure to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and turning on those bells for all notifications. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode number 3 of Crash Team Racing Road to Glory. It's going to be a great episode tomorrow for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed episode 3 tomorrow, and I hope you guys are also enjoying the series so far. You guys have been killing the like goal so far on this series, so it makes me a very happy papa man that you guys are enjoying the series. Anyways, guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share the video all over social media. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode number 3 of Crash Team Racing Road to Glory. Until then, I am Chris. Talk to you guys later.